Hi guys. So I'm trying a different angle here. Let me know what you think of it. Anyway, so it's, let's see, Wednesday, and I just got back about an hour or so ago from taking my son to the doctor. He's been home sick other than one day, which actually gave me enough time to go and get groceries. He's been sick for about a week and a half now, almost 2 weeks. And it started out, if you've been following any of my vlogs, it started out as, fever and a cold. And then it looked like he was getting better, so he went back to school on Monday, and then he's basically been home since. So I took him into the doctor today because his mouth, like his lips and the skin kind of all around his mouth area has gotten so raw. He's been licking his lips so much. And now he's basically, it looks so funny, so cute, and yet so weird. He's like carrying around, well, it's been face cloth for 2 days, but they're now in the wash, and today it's like a little hand towel in his mouth. So it's like this great big long like tongue hanging out of his mouth. And if you listen really carefully every once in a while, it's like he's pushing the spit into that towel. I know that sounds weird, but he really hasn't been able to open his mouth. Like basically it's been, and that's it, because it's so raw, and he's been picking at it because it's so dry. And the only time I can put any kind of lotion on is when he's sleeping. And even then, if he's even in a deep sleep, he still is like wiping it off as soon as I do that. So poor little man, my poor little man. So he's been home basically sick for almost 2 weeks now. There is a PA day this Friday, so I mean he'll be home then anyway. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, so he went in on Monday, and that's the one day that he's been in 2 weeks. So he did fairly well in that one day, but come 2 o'clock ish, they said that he was just done. I'm surprised that they actually didn't call me to come pick him up a little early, but they didn't. They just kind of managed through it. I was considering yesterday maybe sending him in today because it looked like things were starting to heal. But then overnight they see like his lips are so swollen, and they just, oh, the poor little guy. You look at him and go, oh dear. So anyway, we went to the doctor's office today. We met with the registered nurse there. She's really awesome. They actually sent in a student first to meet with us, and she's like, is that okay? And I said, it's a little complicated because he has autism. Is it possible to send in the nurse? Because she knows us. She knows our case. She knows how to interact with my son. He knows her, all this kind of stuff. And she's like, no, that's fine. I'll go get her. So was able to chat with her, and she was really good. She did take a swab because they think that it might be strep throat. Poor little guy. She's like, it doesn't sound like last week it was, but now it sounds like maybe it is, and we'll take a sample. So they took a swab, and she's not overly hopeful about being able to get actual results from the swab, because although he let her take the swab from the back of his throat, he then like started closing his mouth as she pulled it out, so we don't know if anything else in his mouth got on it. So poor little man, my poor little man. Anyway, so they've sent a prescription over to our pharmacy for antibiotics, because she's like, what, even if it isn't strep throat, this is, he has not been well for a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. We got to kick this thing out. So, but she was really good at, understanding that I can't just give him a pill. He won't take it. So she figured out a dosage for the antibiotics that because how I can do it is kind of hide the antibiotics in some juice. And thankfully this form of antibiotics is one. I've called the pharmacy already, and it's a berry flavor. So we then went and got Kool-Aid jammers. I know it's not healthy, but this is how I'm going to be able to get it into him, to be able to kind of mask the taste, and hopefully he'll take them. So we'll see, but I won't be able to go back out because it was already, you know, a bit of a risk, for lack of a better term, trying to go to the doctor's office this morning. But my boyfriend came with us and sat in the back seat with my son so that hopefully he didn't fuss too much and or jump out of the car, because that's been an issue for months now, as you all know. And it's horrible weather here today. We're supposed to be getting a massive storm today and tomorrow. From what I understand, further north of us, there's like major snow and school buses are canceled and all this kind of stuff. Here, it's presenting as freezing rain. And it is mushy out there. It's really gross. My daughter actually went to bed last night with a wicked headache, and it hasn't gone away. So while we were out, we took advantage of my son actually being very compliant in the car, and picked up some medicine for my daughter for her headache because she's home today too. Oh my God, I just want to get out of this house, guys. Help me again, help. So, you know, fingers crossed my son actually goes to his dad's tonight. But we'll see. I don't know. And I don't know how the whole antibiotics is going to work because it's not like I can leave both the kids here and run out and get it. So their dad actually offered to go get it, but only if it's at the one that's like around the corner from him. But that's not where we have our prescriptions sent to. So I'm waiting to hear back from him, but I'll probably have to try to drop my son off at his place. And hopefully he'll go, hopefully, because I have class tonight. And if he does, then I'll run to the pharmacy, grab the prescription, and take it back to him. If he doesn't go, then I may have to wait until tomorrow to have somebody come watch the kids so that I can run over to the pharmacy and pick up the prescriptions. So we'll see. So guys, tell me what's going on in your world, because I've basically been confined to home, and I'm, you know, doing projects around the house, as you've seen kind of in all these videos. But it's just a miserable day out there today, and I just feel so helpless with my little man to not be able to help him feel better. And, you know, like, he's been sick for almost 2 weeks. I feel so bad for him. So give me something. Tell me something that will make me smile, that, you know, you guys are going through something. I need to live vicariously through YouTube, through the outer world. The outer world. I know it exists. I've briefly seen it as I, you know, have been taking my daughter to school the last few days. And then, like, driving past to the doctor's office today, I saw that there was an outside world. But I need some, you know, talk. Like, I'm not communicating with anybody other than through social media. So help me, YouTube. I need adult interaction. That's what it is. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling now. So we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. And just to add to our day, I just went and grabbed the mail from the mailbox, and it was sitting half out of the mailbox. So the entire thing now, oh, that was my son. The entire thing now is just all wet. And this is my daughter's monthly owl subscription. So I need to figure out how to dry this. I think it's going to involve a lot of paper towels. I think paper towels in between each page. I don't know. I got to figure out how to do this because this is her monthly magazine that she looks forward to every month. And now it's pretty much ruined because they just left it hanging out of the mailbox. Oh, sigh. Anyway, bye guys.